Alright, Ryan's little mana light here. Isn't Mythic known for its million mana sources?
Well, mostly. Is this actually Mythic or is it more banned? Because I haven't seen a
Finest Hour or what else is there? We did see
Lotus Cobra.
Oh yeah, we did see Lotus Cobra.
Ooh, Death Mark. That's going to be a great sideboard card for Brad. Every Death Mark he draws is just going to score money.
All right, Ryan. Lotus Cobra. There's the Lotus Cobra.
Right, so this is definitely Mythic. Is Great Sable Stag also Mythic?
No.
I can't believe it's in the sideboard.
Is a marker for one floating. No, there's gonna go add another mana from Lotus Cobra. And Knight of the Reliquary.
He's not Mythic.
1, 2. But he's pretty mythic. He's pretty sweet.
Definitely grows to Mythic portion.
I remember when he was like $5.
How much is he now?
I think
6?
no, like 15. Little off.
Tunis Blast into the Thornax.
You trade your Lotus Cobra there, and then your Sprouting Thornax.
It's like a Flame Tongue Kavu. Except when it dies, it gives you 3/1/1s.
Yeah,
Flame Tongue Kavu should do that. Normally.
but it costs 1 less mana. Flametown Kavu, if that was around, that'd probably be seen playing in John.
Well, in
Every deck that could produce red. So it doesn't block. Wait, he didn't block the Sprouting Thornax, he just took the 6?
6 to 17.
It is 6 to 17. Well, blocking the Thornax changes it to a bunch of 1/1s.
But what are you expecting to do? Just never block the Thornax? Like, what's the plan? What's the long-term goal for it?
There we go, Deathmark and a Pulse. And
all right,
lethal. Who's at 6?
So now we're going to a quick game 3. Yeah, it's been a while since we've seen game 3s. What are game 3s?
We need to find some nice, slow, blue control deck mirrors.
So, can we just call Patrick Chapin? Can you show up to these events?
Yeah, why don't you show up so we can just follow you around?
Actually, I think I may have read he went to the Grand Prix. I may have read that. I forget.
Did he go over to...
Not 100% sure.
Where's the Grand Prix at?
Kuala Lumpur, but I'm not 100% sure. I heard that a bunch of pros were going.
Nope.
That's a Singapore,
I'm back.
right?
Don't worry, guys. I know you missed me.
You know the penalty for like having drugs in Kuala Lumpur.
Oh, sure.
What's that?
Death, mandatory
Why is
death.
So if I get angry at someone, I just slip some drugs in their luggage.
Oh, gotcha.
They're probably gonna die.
He got something.
I don't remember who, but like some pro just didn't show up, and people knew why. Like he skipped it, like had work or whatever. But
They, like, started
only
a
like
rumor,
3
yeah.
people knew that he wasn't coming, so they just told everybody that he had drugs on him and got arrested.
It's kind of rough.
There's like no judicial system there. They just like deem
It's a
you.
drug.
Yeah, that's a drug. You're dead. Like we'll kill you next week.
At least you get a schedule.
Yeah, you can kind of time it out. So I just looked at some of the top tables. I couldn't tell where the cutoff was between an X1 and XO, but I saw a Boros deck with an ally sub-theme.
Red, white allies.
I saw it beat Craig Wesco round 1. That match happened next to me with, it's got the 1-drop, the 1/2, and then Highland Berserker. And probably Blade Master. I didn't see any, but it's probably in there. And then he was playing against what looked like Turbo Fog. I saw Jace, 3-mana Jace Beleren, Howling Mine, Dare Judgments, Perimeter Captains, Core Firewalkers, obviously in the board. So, some interesting decks.
Yeah,
At
it's a little
X1,
different. Something different.
at X1 I saw a Jund deck with Abyssal Persecutors, and I saw a blue-white aggro deck. It's pretty interesting. Just to give you a feel what the top tables look like, it was those and then a pretty hefty number of Jund decks.
All right, so we're here game 3. Ryan's looking at his hand. I see a stag, and that's all I really recognize when he was thumbing through. I'm gonna send it back.
Is this game 3?
Game 3, yep. Brad is gonna keep.
I've seen a lot of mulligans on the string.
Mulligans are awesome, man.
I mean,
Eats up time in the fast games, and yeah.
I mean, the mana of like the top decks of the format are pretty bad. Like Jund, even with all those extra lands, doesn't have that great of a mana base. Boss Naya doesn't have that great of a mana base. The blue-white deck has pretty decent mana, but still needs double white and double blue, and it has chalices instead of border posts or whatever. Something that would fix. Bance is another 3-color deck.
Ryan goes Stirring Wildwood, Noble Iark, and another Stirring.
Another Stirring Wildwood.
What do you think is the best of all the man lands? Raging Ravine has been seeing most play for sure.
Yeah, I think it's probably the second best. I think the blue-black one is the best, but it doesn't really have a home in Standard. Like the blue-black, control decks or whatever, just can't compete with Cascade. Like, the bane of the control decks in the history of Magic have always been, when aggro decks can either recoup card advantage or play 2 threats in one turn so your counter spells aren't as good. And a card like Bloodbraid Elf does both of those. So it's not a good time to be a blue-black control player, but in a vacuum, I think the blue-black man land is the best, and then Raging Ravine.
you tell them, AJ.
Rafiq comes into play for
How many Rafiq? Just one?
of the many.
Oh.
And I saw Negate in his hands, too.
So if he gets to untap, he's going to feel pretty
Then
good about
he's
it.
going to be able to protect that Rafiq.
Rafiq's a card that's always been high in value. It's a lot of casual players like it, and then it jumped even more when it started making an appearance in real decks.
Yeah.
Participants in
Death
Legacy
Mark.
Winter
Death
Box
Mark
number
immediately.
2, please report to the assignments area at this time. Participants in the Legacy Winter Box number 2, please report to the assignments area at this time.
Alright, let's see what Ryan can serve up now. Just
Third
Stirring
Stirring
Wildwood.
Wildwood.
Gonna activate an attack, maybe? Does he have a real play?
Well, he's attacking with Hierarch, so presumably he has another play.
Oh, he wants to keep the
Nope.
gate man up, I guess.
Doesn't want to
They'll
get
know what-
lightninged. That makes sense.
Let's see what. Having a difficult time checking out what he's drawing. It's a lot of Stirring Wildwoods. I just realized he's playing a
Yeah.
full load of them.
We've given up on the negate.
Feels weird.